You know, its life-saving missions began before it was even commissioned, and it helped hundreds of thousands evacuate Lower Manhattan back on 9/11. Now, a Tampa-based nonprofit is trying to save this Coast Guard cutter before it's sold to Indonesia by the military.
But as Fox 13's Jennifer Holton reports, time is running out.
The clock is ticking to save this historical Coast Guard cutter.
11 days and some hours remain.
In less than 2 weeks, Coast Guard cutter Adak will be sold to Indonesia, but not if James Judge has anything to say about it.
Give them another 110. The Adak, which is an artifact of 9/11, a significant piece and relic of American history, should be brought back to the United States.
The former Coast Guardsman spent more than a year aboard the cutter while it was deployed for Operation Iraqi Freedom. But he says its historical significance began even before it was commissioned in 1989 and continued into the 90s.
It participated in the Operation Able Vigil, which was the rescue of thousands of Cuban immigrants who were trying to come over here.
It was also there when hundreds of thousands were desperate to be evacuated from Lower Manhattan on September 11th.
They were the federal on-scene commander, the coordinating unit responsible for all maritime security and for all the search and rescue operations that were going on that day.
But now Judge says the Adak needs rescuing. The veteran began a nonprofit to do just that, with the hopes of turning it into a museum in Tampa.
Museum, memorial, and a nonprofit that we hope can teach youth leadership qualities, seamanship skills, team building.
The vessel, which is currently in the Arabian Gulf, would cost at least $75,000 to bring stateside, a cost Judge's nonprofit is ready to cover. They've drafted legislation that would hand over the cutter, but the government now has less than 2 weeks to stop the sale.
Congress, the Department of State, and then the President of the United States could all decide to stop this, or the Coast Guard could rescind their letter to the Department of State if they really wanted to.
If nothing changes, the vessel will be turned over to the foreign government of Indonesia this summer. Reporting in Tampa, Jennifer Holton, Fox 13 News.
And Judge says right now Congressmen Gus Bilirakis and Charlie Crist are behind the effort to save the historic cutter. And if you'd like to learn more about how the public can get involved, we've put that information up on our website, fox13news.com.